Alright, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today, what I got is another new pack of Eldrich Moon. 15 card booster pack for Magic the Gathering. Looks like there's some crazy, not sure what kind of creature that is. Like, are those her ears? Is that her hair? I'm not quite sure. Very interesting on the back, and it shows another picture of the pack in case you forgot what the pack looked like on the front, I guess. Interesting. Let's open it up since this is the new set. And I have seen that there is a Liliana, and I would like to get it. So maybe she's in here. We can only hope. And there's only one way to find out. And the first card I got is Otherworldly Outburst. 1 red. It looks like these guys were at a tavern, and then all of a sudden, the Eldrazi that infected him is bursting out of her mouth or something, and they're trying to, like, contain her. She's grabbed his face, he's grabbed her arm, he's grabbing her, trying to control her, and it just looks like a nasty scene. It's drawn very well. Look at the detail in the hands. It's amazing. Very nicely balanced. You see the white, then you kind of notice what's going on even. And very dark background. Love the windows, especially the X shape of the glass. Very cool. This is drawn by Kuranianer. It's an instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. When that creature dies this turn, put a 3/2 Eldrazi colorless horror creature token onto the battlefield. So, that's pretty cool. You can throw this on a creature as an instant and pretty much just sack it, and then when it dies, put a 3/2 colorless Eldrazi horror creature token on the battlefield. Pretty cool. It's only 1 cost, so you can really play this turn too. Very cool. Next card I got is another red card, a red wolf. Brazen wolves. They just look like wild wolves, I guess. Very beautiful art. I really like it. Very mixed together, the colors of nature, oranges, greens, reds, a little bit of blues, I would imagine, a little bit of pink down there. And the wolves, let me just look out of camera. It's got a little bit of depth. You can definitely tell that he's up front. You get the other ones. And they're just looking over his shoulder, looking ahead, and just trotting along and running. And this one's just staring at the camera. Beautiful foreground right there. Lovely trees in the background. Just goes on forever. Beautiful far tree there. Lovely shading of the light through the canopy. Love it. Art by Niels Ham. It's a creature wolf. Whenever Brazen Wolves attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn, and it's a 2/3 for 3. So for a 3-drop, 2 in a red, it's a 2/3, but whenever it attacks, it becomes a 4/3. Very cool. It makes you want to attack. With fewer patrols about, Kessig's roads have become prime hunting grounds. Prime hunting grounds for you, the humans or the wolves? I'm thinking the wolves. The next card I got is Prey Upon. Is this, I think, a reprint? Very interesting. Looks like a werewolf attacking some Eldrazi hybrid crazy monster. Something straight out of the Thing. Test the blood. 1 green. Very beautiful. Very, like yin-yang. You notice the creatures, then you notice the background. You gotta say the background is beautiful. Very nice depth. Very colorful. Very scary looking face. Interesting. I hope he wins. Hope he doesn't. It's a sorcery. Target creature control. Fights target creature you don't control. I believe this is a reprint. Dave Kendall. Very beautiful. The Somberwald has become a hunting ground for the Drone Pack, a group of werewolves that have succumbed to the flesh-twisted power of a macro. So he's like fighting his brother werewolf that's changed, I think. Terrible. Next card I got looks like crazy. I like the perspective on this of the axe, kind of showing you up the whole shaft of it up to his arms, and his crazy strong arms. His shirt is ripping. He's like the Hulk, and you can just see things like flying. I don't even know. Very interesting. A lot of scream into him. Very centralized to him, and it's pretty good weighted, I feel, with the axe color here and him there. It has a 2 and a green. Instant target creature you control gets +3/+3 and gains hexproof until end of turn. It can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponent controls. And this is drawn by Anthony Plumbo. The magic used by Keswick is known for its practical applications. So very cool. For 3, 2 and a green, you give your creature +3/+3 and hexproof. So, and it's an instant. So if someone like there was a lightning bolt down, you can kind of cancel that lightning bolt or something, or just get your creature a little bit of strength and hopefully finish the game, kill a creature, or save them. Very cool. It looks like I got a sorcery. Certain death. It looks like this guy is, I'm not sure, in the woods, and there's just like this creature following him. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be death. It's pretty nicely weighted. You see him first, he's kind of like, I don't know what he's doing, hoeing the ground or something for crops, and then you see this kind of like, is it trying to act like Slender Man or something? Ugh. I'd rather it just be like a Grim Reaper with a scythe in the background, just barely sticking out, but still beautiful art. Lovely layering, the trees, him, and then the background is very good, nice and foggy. Look at the detail in the arms and stuff, beautiful. Drawn by Kev Walker, and it is a 5 and a black certain death sorcery. Destroy target creature, its controller loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. So, kill creature, gain 2 life, and they lose 2 life. Some spirits cling to one person, feasting on the growing fear until final moment of all-consuming terror. Poor guy's about to get bit. Next card I got is Alchemist's Greeting. Looks like I think I pulled this before. 4 and red. This always reminds me of a Humboldt squid. It looks like he's got his like Iron Man suit and he's blowing out hot air. Probably has a fake arm. He amputated it to place this metal contraption straight out of Terminator. It's a sorcery, beautiful card, very nicely weighted. You got the flames up here, got some white down there. The blue kind of helps centralize it. It's got an interesting hand there. 3-fingered glove, interesting. Drawn by Jacob Casper. Sorcery, Alchemist Greeting, deals 4 damage to target creature, and it's a 4 and a 1, and its madness cost is 1 and red. So if you discard this card, discard it to exile. When you do, cast it for its madness cost or put it into your graveyard. Impressive, says Chandra. So this card, it does 4 damage for 5, or if it gets discarded for some reason, you can do 4 damage for 2 to target creature. Very cool. It's like I got an artifact creature, a scarecrow. Really like this. Reminds me of kind of Jack Skellington. Beautiful art, I have to say. Might be my favorite of pack so far. Just the way that he stands out. Love the purple. Love this clear background. Love the tree over here, giving it more weight and balancing out the white. Beautiful that he's bending backwards. Crazy purple. Love the sky. This is beautiful art. Field Creeper 2. Looks like he just creeps along the field. I'd go try to pick a stick off of him or something. Go play with him. Artifact creature. As it walks across the followed fields, it awkwardly loping giant matches the rattling in its head to a creature, a haunting rhythm that chills to the bone. Interesting. And it's just a 2 and a 1 artifact scarecrow creature. That's a 2/1 for 2. But I really like the art, and it is by Anthony Plumbo. Beautiful. I got a spectral reserves. I believe I pulled this. It's like he gets 2 buddies or something. Very beautiful art. You got this lovely stump. You see him. You see the ghosts that are pretty much like helping him, I think. Lovely vine work, and it's darker to lighter. Kind of like the change. Very beautiful. Drawn by Seb McCannon. 3 and a white sorcery. Put 2 1/1 white flying spirit creature tokens on the battlefield, and you gain 2 life. So yeah, he pretty much casts his sorcery, gets 2 of his buddies back from the grave, gains 2 life, and they got flying. My predecessors taught me the duty and commitment. It seems they had more to teach, and so they came back from the grave to teach him. Next card I got is some sort of zombie horror. I'd rather just be a zombie. Looks like he's got 1, 2, 3 arms at least. An interesting head. It looks like there's a guy chained up there. Looks like he's in some sort of test laboratory. Some Resident Evil stuff. Laboratory Brute. Makes sense with the name. 3 and a blue. Love cards that match it. Creature zombie horror. It's a 3/3. When Laboratory Brute enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. It keeps intruders out and experiments in. So he's kind of the guard. And he looks pretty gnarly. Very nice. You definitely attracted to him first, and then you kind of just search the room. I think it's pretty well balanced with these chambers over here and the skeleton, and then some open space there just to show you. Beautiful art, interesting. It's hard to tell where his face is. I don't even know. It's got like a ball on him. So, when you play this card, it's a 4 cost, 3 and a blue. You gotta put 4 cards on top of your graveyard, which you might want if you are playing a zombie deck and blue, and you can just like get a card back or something from your graveyard. But at the same time, always think that you might not want to lose 4 cards. The first uncommon I got is Mockery of Nature. Ooh, wow, beautiful picture. Not a beautiful scene. It looks like this nice hidden forest place. Got beautiful light background, very dark themed here. Looks like their house is completely on fire. Somehow this beast caused it to catch fire. Picked up the owner, which looks like he has an axe and he's not giving up. He won't give up till he won't breathe. You can barely see the fence, a little offset. The grounds of it. Beautiful lighting through the door of the flames. Beautiful creature. I don't know whatever that is. This poor guy, I hope he makes it out of there. And if he had a wife and kids, I hope that they made it out of there too. Big old beast. It is a 9 cost, a wowza. It's a creature Eldrazi beast drawn by James Raymond. It's a 6/5 and it has Emerge for 7 and a green. You may cast this spell by sacrificing a creature and paying its merge cost. Reduced by that creature's converted mana cost. So I guess if you sacrifice a 5 converted mana cost creature, you'd have to pay 2 and a green. So that's kind of cool. You can get them out sooner. When you cast Mockery of Nature, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. Very cool. Also kills an artifact or an enchantment. So awesome. Get those off the field. Lovely art too. Looks like the next uncommon I got is Geist of the Archives. It looks like he's just chained up, stuck to that book, reading it forever or something. Very interesting picture. Got the candle lights in the foreground. You got the book. Got the nice table. Very interesting. You're first drawn to him, and you're just like, what is going on? You see the lovely bookshelves in the background. Love to read some of those books. Beautiful candle work. Beautiful bookwork. Beautiful art. This is drawn by Lake Hurwitz. Beautiful. 2 and a blue. Creature Spirit Defender. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Pretty cool. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card in the bottom of your library. After reading the final words, it turns back to the first page and begins again because it's stuck there forever. It wants to comprehend it all. And it's a 0/4. It's a defender. It can attack, but if you did give it some strength, it could damage creatures just by blocking. And it would make you scry at the beginning of your turn, which is pretty cool because you get to choose if you want to draw that card or not, which is awesome. Very cool. The next card I got is an uncommon Vampire Knight, a Markov Crusader. I feel like I pulled this one. I think so. I think I remember this horse, the very nice detail off to the side. Got the middle of the sky kind of shining off there, a little bit orange shining off there. He's got a glowing purple sword. It's a 4 and a black, so 5-drop. Beautiful horse. Doesn't look like it has eyes, but I think it's okay. And it's just, I love the angle of it. I love the perspective. You see the horse head first, then you're drawn to him. You see the reflections off him, and then you go slowly to his sword and realize what's happening. It's a creature, Vampire Knight with lifelink. It's a 4/3. Markov Crusader has haste as long as you control another vampire. If you put him in a vampire deck and you put him out and he's a 5 cost, you probably have another vampire out, so he will have haste and you could probably gain some life as in 4 right away. The surviving members of the Markov bloodline drove through a crush of hordes to reclaim their ancestors' home. And it looks like the rare I got is, I don't know, a long name. Coax from the Blind Eternities. 2 and a blue. Sorcery. You may choose an Eldrazi card from you own outside the game or in exile. Reveal that card, put it into your hand. That's a pretty cool card, actually. 2 and a blue. It reminds me of those cards. I have one that's like you can find an instant, a sorcery or something and from outside the game, but not from the exile pile, so that's pretty cool. At Naira's Call, Immaculate Transverse, the vast emptiness between the planes and arrived on Innistrad. It's a 2-cost, beautiful picture. It looks like some purple summoning ring to summon your card from wherever, your backpack, your sideboard, your mother's refrigerator, I don't know. Got some like lightning, beautiful purple, nice foreground, very good background, very beautiful art. It is drawn by James Jones. And the flip I got is a werewolf is an unwelled Elvenweld captive. It looks like he's trapped in vines, and there's vines actually going through him. Poor creature. He's a cheap drop, 2-drop for a 1, and they have these weird transform costs because they're like Eldrazi hybrids, I think, right? It's a 1 and up green, 1/2 creature. On the back, it's a 4/6, so it's pretty big. It has Defender, so when you drop it, you can't attack with it. It has tap, add green to your mana pool, so it's like a Llanowar elf, I guess. It is a werewolf horror, and it has 7 5 and 2 green transform Ulvenweld captive. Even on the plane as dark as this one, nature will organize a defense against unnatural. And I think he's some Eldrazi horror creature now. Unwelven Abomination. I might have pulled this card before. Interesting. It's a little bit busy for me, but you can see there's some red over there. He's got a man over here he's killing. I like to see a little less tentacles over there. You can kind of see in the background. Still very beautiful art drawn by Chris Ron. Is the front drawn by Chris Ron also? Yep. And it is tap, add 2 colors to your mana pool. It's a 4/6 Eldrazi werewolf. So interesting. And I also got a placeholder and a spirit token with Liliana in the back. So I did get a Liliana card, but not the one I was hoping. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for stopping by.